in training, okay? Because we train and we train hard so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into AmericanDreamTrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal, credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts, aka Dawn, and this is a lounge that's been created by us traders, for us traders, to just kick back, relax, and hang out and train. Focus on core group strategies and trading psychology. All right. So the strategies that we focus on are that belong to none other than Chad W. Christian, who is a 30-year stock market veteran who is trained in literally every market condition imaginable. And he trains us to basically do the same thing. He teaches us how to get in trades, out of trades, and everything in the middle. And even though we don't diddle in the middle. And we are proud to say he has given us the opportunity to just kind of come on his channel in the aftermarket and discuss our trades for the day, discuss the strategies, figure out what we did right so that we can continue to do that, and what we did wrong so we can continue to focus on how to stop doing those things. So as usual, I just want to thank everybody for being here. And listen, we've got 3 links that are always located in the live stream and in the description of the video. So you can always know where to find this because it's always in more than one place. Very first link is that of AmericanDreamTrading.com. If you are not a member, this is where you'll go ahead and get signed up with our VIP membership. It includes all of the bells and whistles the VIP Gold membership does. It includes trading view indicators, hot stock picks of the day. It includes monthly workshop classes, mastermind classes, weekly training sessions, and daily one-on-one type style training with Coach himself every morning in the VIP room. And it is second to none. He is the only one that teaches you how to fish. He doesn't hand you fish. It's not a call out group. All right. So over here, we focus on not making a ton of profits, even though Coach has produced, 10 millionaires? There's over 75 to 80 people that have retired based on his teachings. And those are just the ones we know about. All right. Everybody doesn't choose to put their business out there. So hey, I'll tell you what, if you're looking to learn how to make a living trading, you're in the right spot, because 95% of traders usually fail, especially if they don't have a mentor like one that we have in Coach. So thank you, Coach. Shout out to you, brother, and we love you, and thank you for all that you do for us. Not only do we love Coach, but I love this whole community. We have really become a family. And we learn together. We don't just trade together, but we learn together. Now we have a pre-market room where the VIPs hang out and trade with Nate, who is a millionaire 4 times over. And sometimes he comes and hangs out here with us in the aftermarket. But we trade in the morning. We're making money in the morning before most people are batting their first eye. So hey, we are dedicated to being successful in here. And we focus on the process, all right? We focus on process first, which is either scalping or the 2-minute EWO strategy, which is exclusive to our group. Or we are, talking about how to protect those assets, right? So we're doing the process and we're working on consistency. And then the last thing to do is to upsize, baby. Then you're a millionaire, okay? Process, consistency, then upsizing. In that order, all right? You have got to be obsessed with the process. You can't be worried about profits, because profits won't come until you hone in and master the process. So that is the narrative. Shout out to Carter, who is our full-time videographer. We've got over 2,000 training videos right here on this YouTube channel that you can look at every day at your leisure. There are several playlists that have been set up that focus on support and resistance, that focus on entry and exit strategies, that focus on the 2-minute EWO strategy, and also scalping. So make sure you guys are looking at those videos and commenting on them. If you got something out of it, put a comment on there. Like the video so that they can continue to move up in the algorithm. And we always watch a couple here every night. So shout out to you, Carter. You do fantastic work on those videos. Keep up the good work, man. And also, Carter and I are going to be working together pretty soon with Coach to come up with the American Dream Trading podcast. So we're looking forward to that. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to Miranda and Arlo, who tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. are going to be doing the onboarding, member onboarding. If you are brand new to American Dream Trading, we have a members onboarding class that we do, most Fridays. It depends on their schedule because they also still have their jobs. So, but tomorrow it's at 12:15. And you can come and find out what are your first steps once you get into American Dream Trading and you want to become a trader. They show you and let you know where to go, where to start. So if you're looking for guidance, come get it tomorrow, 12:15. It is in the members onboarding channel, which is under member services. So I've got a little commercial on it as well, and I'll play that throughout the evening. So welcome, everybody. Let's see who we got. Let's see who's in the back room. We got Mark McSee back there, waiting patiently. Hey, Mark, what's up, dude?
Howdy.
How are you?
What's happening?
You, man, you're always what's happening. How'd you do today?
Slow day. I made, I don't know, 110, 115 bucks, and that was it. And then I was out all day. I had to go some running around to do, things to take care of. So I didn't get back. Okay. I left at that 9 o'clock-ish and came back about 3. So busy day outside the house.
Right.
I got to see real human beings out in the wild.
It happens, right? Every now and then we get let out.
I didn't talk to them. None of them look that friendly. I didn't talk to him.
I don't blame you. I hate people too.
Yeah, me too. I just like ADD people.
I know. They're the only people worth talking to. That and my beautiful wife, Jen. Love you, Jen. What's up, Miranda? Thank you for putting the links in the chat as usual. Miranda always down there putting everything in there for me. And as well as Arlo. Arlo does it as well. Shout out to you, and thank you, sweetie. Shout out to Darn Cricket. Shout out to James L. Shout out to Arterland with the pink hand. What's going on, Arterland? What up, Miguel? How you doing, bro? Mark McSee, who has already made his way up here on the panel. Speaking of which, let's get some new faces up here, guys. Come on, Paige. Come on up here. Please. I see you hanging out in the chat.
Please.
I see you hanging out in the chat from time to time. Come on up here and show your face and hang out with us. The second link is the link to join the panel. I said the first one was AmericanDreamTrading.com. The second one is the link to come join the panel. Come tell us about your day. Let us know if you need help with trades. We will pull them up. We will go over them on the Trading View indicators, and we will play those trades out for you and see and give you different opinions on how you can work those trades, especially if you're lost in the trade. We can pick it apart for you. Shout out to Jay Waffle. What's up, Jay Waffle? I love that name. Shout out to Joe Pink. Hey, Joe Pink. Shout out to John Fields, Mike Clark, Timo. What's going on, Timo? Shout out to Never Again Volunteer Yourself. Shout out to Hudson Miller. What's up, Hudson? How you doing, bro? Shout out to Billy Mac. Where are you coming back? Shout out to Joshua Lee, 924. What's up? DJ Vinny in the house. Yes, he is down there. I see you. Shout out to Mariska Escobedo. What's up, Mariska? And it ends with Jay Waffle, who we've already named. So thank you, everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Blame it on the eyesight. Listen, by the way, the third link in there is donate to the tip jar. That is part of my income. So if you guys have the wherewithal, please go ahead and put a tip in the tip jar. This is also how I get paid. It helps me to keep the lights on. Pretty high bill this month, so yeah, I could use some tips. But thank you guys for all of you that always put something in the tip jar. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea, guys. Thank you for helping out with that. So yeah, and don't forget, I always try to do, if it's a good night, I don't mind sharing. So I will split it with you guys if you want to do that. So if you want to go on the wheel, throw a tip in the tip jar, I'll put your name on the wheel. We'll go ahead and go ahead and spin the wheel, and we'll split it up. You know, it's got to at least be triple digits though, guys. Got to at least be triple digits. Other than that, I'm gonna hang on to that thing. But so tonight, I see Mark's got a thing with us in the background here. And by the way, speaking of Mark McC, also Mark McC's tip jar is over in the moderator's tip jar over on Discord. So if you want to tip Mark, feel free to do so as well. He's right over there. He deserves it. He does a lot of work as well. Shout out to you, Mark. Love you, bro. Let's see. Am I the only one up here? Nope, he's up here. Let's see what we got going on down here. Listen, also, if you are brand new to trading, listen, let's go over the rules. First off, if you're a brand new trader, you should be paper trading. Do not use real money. Okay, paper trade for the first few weeks. Get to know the lay of the land. Get to know your mechanics. Become familiar with your platform that you're using to trade on. Become familiar with the mindset that you're going to need to be in trades. Okay, it's not just about mechanics. It is trading psychology at its best. You have got to learn how to think when you're in trades, or not think at all. Some people think too much and they get emotional and they miss out on good opportunities, or they let good opportunities turn into bad ones. Don't let that be you. If you are having more than one red trading day in a row, more than 2 red trading days in a row, all right, and I haven't had him up here in a while, don't be this guy. Okay, don't be this guy. If you are having more than 2 red trading days, please stop trading and start training. Okay, don't be this guy. Not to mention the fact that you want to also go in with small position sizes, train more, trade less. Go in with smaller position sizes because they offer a greater reward with less risk. All right, so watch the position sizes. Not to mention, if you are not that good at options have been tearing you up and it hasn't been working out for you, switch over to shares. You don't have a lot of the Greeks to worry about. You don't have the gamma, you don't have the theta, the delta, none of that. Switch over to shares. It's much easier, and you can train, and you don't have to worry about expiration dates on your stuff. And last but not least, all trades are risky, so make sure that you are using your stops. Gotta have proper risk management. All right. So with that being said, one thing that I wanted to keep pressing upon is the fact that in our Zoom call throughout the course of the day, we love helping people and answering questions. Usually I kind of sit in the background and train a lot and do a lot of replay. And I listen in on the Zoom call, always available, always there if you guys have questions that I'm able to answer. But Mark is always there, and he's always sharing his screen and going over trades and things like that. We also have Lee, who is always giving us news. We also, as VIP Gold members, get the latest in news every day. And I just wanted to send a shout out to Lee. And a thank you to Lee. I haven't said that in a while. Lee, we love you. We appreciate you, and we miss you. So I hope things are going well with you. I hope that they're progressing in a good way. And I just want to check in with you and let you know that we love you and we're thinking about you. Okay. Nate. Also, I want to give a shout out to Nate. Nate is also somebody who does not have to come in and do what he does, but every morning, like clockwork, Nate is in there at 4 a.m., sometimes before 4 a.m., in there training new people, ready to answer questions, ready to talk about his trades that he's in, and ready to show us how he has become successful using coaches training. And he always welcomes questions and answers them. Mark McC does the same thing. He's in there. I'm in there. If you have any questions that I can answer, I will answer them for you as well. So I want to thank our members who come in every morning. Victoriano, who is always in there every morning. Ralph, who is always in there every morning. You know what I mean? There are certain people. Timo is in there in the mornings. There are a lot of people who are in there in the mornings, and they are ready to go and ready to learn. And Bubbles, thank you. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Okay. You guys are amazing. Car Nuts. There's a few people that are in there in the morning. So, you guys are amazing, and you guys are the reason why we love getting up and helping out so much. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so let's focus on the process today. Mark, I see Mark Mark, are you trying to do a trade? Did I see you had one up?
I got one ready when we get around to it. So
Okay.
Right now. Doesn't have to be right now.
Okay. Because I was
Was there somebody in the waiting room?
No,
Vario?
Yeah, but they didn't have a camera on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw them, but they didn't have a camera on. I was waiting for them to get a camera on, and then they disappeared. So.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, Vario, you got to turn your camera on, honey. If you turn your camera on, you can come right on the panel. Got to have your camera on and respect your fellow panel members. That's all we ask. Mm-hmm. So, and if you don't have one, then type it in the chat, or if you got an issue with your camera, maybe we can make an exception this one time. Just let us know. Let me go ahead and change that music over, Mark.
All right. So how'd you do today? Did you trade today?
Yeah, I did a little bit of SPY. Did a little bit of SPY, made $45 on some SPY puts. Good. Remember when it did that drop? Yeah, I was in that. But yeah, other than that, just laying low. You know what I mean? Just laying low. I'm doing a lot of the replays throughout the course of the day and practicing a lot. So
good.
Got to do that. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm worried more about the process.
Yep. Yeah, I was gone for the trading day essentially. I mean, I didn't trade in the open market today. I just did it all the pre-market, which is kind of how I wanted it to be, quite honestly.
Do you enjoy doing that a little bit more than options now?
I don't know if I enjoy it more. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to enhance my skills in the pre-market, and in fact, combine the two together. Yeah, I even looked at the stock list, the tops list during the market today. I mean, some of those things moved even in the open market today.
Really?
They normally don't. I mean, there's always ones that pop up that do, but it may not necessarily be the ones that we was trading, to begin with. So, yeah, I'm just trying to concentrate more on shares right at the moment.
So, is it worth paying attention to the top gainers list all day if you wanted to do shares?
I don't know. I haven't really done it yet. When I got here at 3:00 and Bruno was talking, I was just, diddling in the middle, looking around, and I looked at some of them did move a little bit. It wasn't necessarily the hot stock pick because those, are in the morning type of stock.
Let's tag team it.
Okay.
Let's tag team it because I think that'll help me too.
Okay.
I'm interested in doing that and see how we do. Because I like your coaching. I like the way you always are asking questions and making sure we're thinking, and I think that'll help me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of harder to do it with 500
Well, we could talk back
and
and forth on X.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff that we're getting. I'll talk to that
in the Zoom chat. We can do it.
Yeah.
And there, just like David does with Apple. If people are talking, he chats with the people that are interested in Apple or whatever at the moment, and he coaches them through and stuff. So that's a good play. You can do that. I don't know how easy. I don't know how easy it is for you to see that or not, but
it's not that much. But that's why I don't really pay attention to it. But I can enlarge it on my phone and look at it. I heard what you said this morning, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should start doing that a little bit more. When you were talking about how the Zoom chat is pretty beneficial if you start paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And I was listening to that, and I'm like, I say that a lot, but I still don't go back to it, call it laziness with the eye thing or whatever. But it's not that hard to, I guess, look at it on my phone. So
yeah, I don't I don't either. Last week I've been paying more attention, and then it's surprising how much conversations are going on there, about the stocks and what do people think, and hey, look at this or whatever. If coach is
Yeah,
busy training and something's going on, people type in, oh, you know, Apple to the
right.
moon, whatever, kind of thing. So yeah, there's we get tunnel vision. There's all kinds of ways we can communicate what we're looking at to each other, and Zoom chats one. Michael Barish, man, he's a beast in there. He's always
Yeah,
got stuff he's putting in there and keeping information and news updates in there for us as they occur.
yeah. I've
Because
seen his post.
he's got Bazinga Pro also, so he's getting the latest news just like I can with this here. So
Yep.
it's helpful. It is helpful.
Cool.
Who do we
Yep.
let in here? Is that Will? Wow,
Hello,
Will's
Mark.
in the house. Hi, Will.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we
sir, loud and
can.
clear.
How are you?
Hi, Dawn. How are
How are
you?
you? I'm good. I'm good.
It's good to finally see you face to face. I've seen you,
too.
but I thought I'd show myself. Unlike Nate, maybe I'll encourage Nate to dial in and turn his camera on.
Well, we do that for security reasons because of the
Yeah.
income level. We've tried
Yeah.
to. That's exactly why we do it. He's only one permitted to do that because of that
Right,
reason.
right. I get it. Mark, thanks for helping me diagnose my trade earlier. We were talking about the Mara trade that I
Mhm.
made today for 4 minutes. I don't know. Do you remember that? It was during right before the power hour, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We talked about it. It was how it was all. It looked like it. The indicators were all there. I mean, they were all scrunched up, but if you're not going to cherry pick the trades.
No, I know. You're right. I mean, I wrote down the rules per David, right?
Yeah.
Second green 2-minute EWO candle is larger than the first.
Right.
Chart candles are forming above VWAP. Chart candles are forming above the 9, the 21, the 55 EMA. So all three EMAs are above VWAP.
Mm-hmm.
It was just it should have worked out a lot better than it did. All while Coach and some of the others were trading Amazon, and while I was watching my candles go red and knife dropping, I don't want to use the B word. I looked over at my other monitor and pulled up Amazon, and it was just stair stepping up perfectly. And I was like, man.
Yeah.
Again, I'm a day late and a dollar short.
Yep. Story of my life. I'm always in the wrong one.
You and me both, man. We're bookends.
But I'm not. The only time I look at Amazon actually is when I'm trading the Qs. It's the only time I ever look at my Amazon. Really. I mean, they're all up here. I got my mini charts with all the Magnificent Seven on there. So.
Well, so why do you link Amazon with the Qs?
Because it's one of the top 3 holdings of the Qs.
Is it?
Qs and ETF. If you go to their website, it'll show you all their holdings. There's 100 basically tech stocks.
Right.
It's tech heavy. So those are the top 3. So generally when they move one direction, the Qs will follow. It's not always true, but more often than not it is. You get, if Amazon climbs, it gives you if Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple start climbing, that gives you about maybe a 3-second heads up. Hey, Qs are going to start going up, right?
It's interesting. Okay.
So now you got to have them all charted out though. So you got to have more charting done, make sure you're support resistant. Because not only you got to watch the movement up and down, you got to watch to make sure like Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple aren't getting ready to hit a critical, like a triple top or double top, that kind of. So you got to kind of, evaluate all that stuff on the fly. Okay, is it coming up to a strong resistance? Because if it hits that and pulls back, well, then the Qs will probably react accordingly. So
that's a good point, Mark. Sometimes I feel I might be over charting, right, where I draw my support and resistance lines with the small dollar stocks like American Airlines, or even the Tesla derivative TSLL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm not careful, I'll draw a line for every
Yeah.
cent, every penny,
Yeah.
because those slow moving stocks or cheap stocks, they, if you look back, every cent, it's a line of support or a line of resistance. And
Right.
when I first go into that ticker on my monitor, in Webull, there's all I see are lines, and sometimes it's a little distracting. So I've got to find the happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of zoom out and look at a wider range where it's tending to hit more often than
Right.
not,
True.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, my charts, you get in there, you put, like I suggest, my suggestion is you go to a day chart, chart them out, go to a 4-hour, chart them out. That'll give you your majority of the lines you need. But then when I trade on a 2-minute chart, I do the same thing. I start adding lines, then tomorrow I do the same thing. It's at a different dollar. I'm adding more lines. And then, you do that for a week and the price goes up and then it comes back down and you go back. Yeah, your chart's really crowded and essentially all that information can become worthless because there's just too much. You don't know what to do with it.
Oh yeah, it's noise.
It's not like it's not a valid point. It's just, you can overdo it. Now, like I say, if I pull up my Apple chart now, you can't even see the chart. It's got so many daggone lines on it, right? Can't even see the bars on the chart. Right. There's so many of them. So, wow. So I go in once. Well, this weekend I promise to go in and redo all my charts because I've been sharing my screen a lot, to the group, and I embarrass myself. Hey, somebody will say, "Hey, let's look at this, popular stock," and I'll pull it up like, well, I don't trade this one that's often, but it's the one everybody trades, and I don't have lines on it or enough lines.
Lisa showed you.
Yeah, but I want to be able to. It's not that I can't do it in 2 minutes. I want to get, make it look a little bit better anyway, so we don't have to ask that question. Well, it's the same way when you asked about Mara, I didn't know if it hit a support line or resistance line, and that's why it pulled down, but it really didn't. It was just a market change on it. So.
Yeah.
What's up, Gilly?
Hamilton, Gilly.
Gilly, Hamilton.
Wow. What's up, guys? Are you Harlow?
No, it's Will.
Yeah. Oh, it sounded like Harlow. I thought just listening to the voice, I thought that was Harlow. Sorry.
Maybe I'm channeling.
That's Will. That's Will.
Okay.
Will's on there all the time, always helping, asking questions and stuff. So, well, tell us about your day, Gilly. Come on. You got all day. Let's go. It's only a 4-hour
wait a minute.
show.
I do remember Harlow telling me something about what his name was in the chat. Wow.
No, I got up on some options earlier, but and the funny thing is I got it all back with shares.
See, look at what we were just talking about.
Go figure.
Wow. We're gonna
this
all
whole
be
week it's just been every option that I've got in is just hugging VWAP. It's choppy, it's flat, it ain't doing a damn thing. It's just
no shit, dude.
Yeah, it's been a tough week, but yeah, I got a lot of it back with shares. So yeah, Old Faithful.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
Nate.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you.
Right? Wow. I know. Did you hear me getting caught cussing out some? I forget what option I was. I think I was in J&J earlier this week. I'm like, see, this shit makes me not want to do options. And then
everybody, coach is like,
you shouldn't be doing options.
And don't.
Just in the halls of ADT.
And don't. I'm like, okay. I love it.
There's days that. They're bullshit. But other days they're glorious. But
I crushed options today, man.
Dude, I gotta tell you guys something. I wasn't even gonna say this.
About that.
This is about the whole greed thing. At one point, remember that pull on SPY that just went ballistic when Christina said that SPY was pulling and Bruno said, well, it's not that heavy yet, but then it just cratered out. Dude, I was up $540 on that pull.
Oof.
And didn't get the money. I did not take the money.
That's rough.
Nope. And I didn't.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I didn't take the money, dude. And I'm like, what the hell, man? And I didn't go negative, but I didn't get I still made $100 on it. And I wasn't even going to mention that because I was so embarrassed about that. I just talked about that because I traded it like a couple times. But I'm like, why did I let $400 dip back down like that, thinking that it was going to come back? I know better than that. So
It's so
like,
easy to do.
it really is. It's like that is the mental thing is the hardest part of this job. You know, it's not the mechanics. It's the heart. It's the mind.
Yeah, I did the same thing on that one last trade. What was it? ENVB or EVA, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I got in it, or was it? No, it wasn't that one. It was. Let me look. It doesn't matter. Whatever. One of the ones I was in, I went in again a second time, and I wrote it up, and I got greedy. Instead of taking my profit at the top, when the next candle, it started to pull down. I'm like, I'll just sit here. And then it was like a candle or two later. Then it knife dropped, and I lost 10 cents a share. It wasn't a whole lot of money. It was $25 I lost, but I still ended up green for the day. But and then I went into the other one, and I did the same thing. I let it climb, and then it knife dropped right back to where it was at in like 2-3 candles. Instead of getting out or bailing out, I wrote it all the way back down. But I did click out. I broke even. I didn't lose money on that one. But I had one winning trade, one trade for break even, and one for a small loss. I
don't even know if I want to let him on. I don't want to hear it. Don't yell at me, Nate. Yeah, man. I'm like, I'm tripping out. Hey.
Dawn, I do not want to hear it.
Oh, I know I would get it for that one.
I cannot believe you was up that much and didn't take the money.
$540, Nate.
I'm telling you.
I'm so pissed at myself, man.
You ought to be pissed. You ought to be pissed.
So pissed at myself. I wasn't even gonna mention it, but I can't do that. I can't just say the good stuff and then not say the screwed up shit that I do, because I know we all do it. We all have those days. So it helps to be vulnerable, because you need the ass whipping, to remind yourself to not do stupid shit like that. When you have the money, take it.
Yeah. Mark whipped my ass this morning.
$540, dude. You know what that means to my account.
Yeah. Mark beat my ass this morning, so I took it like a man.
Yeah. Take it like a man.
Took it like a man.
I'm like, you know what? Yeah, he was on you though. He was on you, dude.
But didn't I tell you I was gonna get it back?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I knew I was going to get it back. End of the month, too, I said, oh, no, I ain't going out of here on no losing trade at the end of the month.
Yeah.
I just ain't going to do it. I ain't going to take that kind of punishment. I ain't going to
You didn't know that you were going to come out green for the day.
Yeah,
you got lucky. You got lucky, buddy.
Mark, I'm telling you, I had already had it mapped out. And the sad thing about it, I didn't tell y'all, but I went back in that stock for the 4th time and got my money back doing regular market.
Did you?
Wow. See, there it is again. Regular market. I'm going to start watching it. I'm going to start watching
it.
Yeah. Now, I did trade raggedy
sucker.
now. I did trade raggedy, but I got my money back.
Nate, this morning I was laughing. I didn't say nothing when it happened. But when you and Mark were going back and forth, and Mark was kind of rubbing it in your face a little bit, and he said, well, Nate, there's no volume in that stock. Because you said something about, where I'm going with it. Nate was like, damn it, it's not moving. And Mark said, well, Nate, there's no volume. He's like, well, it's not that it's no volume. It's just, it's not. I'm like, yeah, Nate, that's what it is. I'm like, and you the one that says that all the time. It's not moving. It's no volume. And an hour later, you say, yeah, Mark, you were right. I just didn't want to deal with it in that moment. You were like, yeah, I know volume. I'm like, oh, okay. Because Mark's like, it's no volume, Nate. And you're like, that's not it. Nate didn't want to hear shit in that moment because he was losing money. I don't want to hear that.
Once it's a mistake or a poor decision. When you do it two other times within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, That ain't a mistake.
Yeah, but you
Right, Nate?
relentless, Mark. He
I
already
don't
was
care.
done. You're like,
I don't
it ain't no volume in it, Nate.
He don't scare me. I ain't afraid of him. Of course, we're 800 miles apart, so I can say that. We're all brave. We're all brave when we're 50 miles away from home, right?
Nate was like, that's
No.
not it. And then he was like,
No,
yeah, that was it.
where did I learn that from, right? I learned that from Coach,
Yeah.
reinforced by Nate, right?
Yep.
That's
I'm
one
like,
of
Nate,
Nate's.
no, that's what's
Nate's
going
got.
on.
Nate has some very simple rules he trades by, and volume is one of them, right, Nate?
Yeah.
Oh, I see how you are. You left.
So hey, Hamilton,
Come back.
why don't you tell us about your day if you don't mind?
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
man, I played
He's back.
CELH.
I got a bad connection.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
somebody
hear.
called me and I dropped, so I had to connect back up.
So you were trading what,
It's the
Hamilton?
internet.
Oh, okay.
I was in CELH.
Okay.
Was that an earnings play?
It was. Yeah. It was so I was in it before earnings and was up a little before earnings, and then took off at open and halted like right away, and I called that one out. I mean, I didn't want to make too big of a thing of it because of the recent stuff that's been, about call outs and stuff, but it halted up and I got in it right after it unhalted, and I closed my last option at 356 your time, sorry. So I was in calls the whole way, all day today.
Nice.
I was
Looks
in,
Pretty
yeah, I
good.
got in four. It went up like 100%. I dropped two of them at that point, so it was pretty much a free play.
Nice.
And then shed one at one point, and then shed another one at VWAP, and then it was on VWAP for a couple candles, and then it went up north of VWAP, and I jumped back in with 3 more calls and rode those for a while.
So
Hey, Ed, what's going
That's
on,
a
man?
great story,
Hey,
Hamilton.
Don, how are you?
Good.
out of curiosity, what did you risk? Like, how much were your contracts? You like $2,500 or something, or what'd you put in it?
Not even.
So it's less than that.
Yeah, they were cheap,
High
man. I
reward.
actually I took a screenshot of everything, so I wanted to show David because it was one of those days where it's like you were in it, you shaved at the right time. It was like I was pegging everything at the right times. So I
Those days.
took a screenshot of it. I like put all my times and how much I paid for them. I actually emailed it to you, Don, but I'll see if I can pull it up here.
That's all
I'm
good.
on
You emailed it to me?
Yeah, I did, but it was just if you wanted to look at it on the show, but it was a good EWO trade.
Wow.
Nate
You know
says
what,
he's
man,
not
that
coming
is
back.
so
He's in the
encouraging.
Matrix.
That's so encouraging, Hamilton, because I and probably others want to hear about that. Other than coach or whatever, it's good to hear someone like you doing the right thing and doing things right, because sometimes those don't align. And
Yeah,
Work.
being green.
and to be honest, I mean, I've not been doing great with my day trading. My swing trading has been great, but so I've been trying to it's kind of reset, and I went back to just doing stocks. So in the morning I got a Webull account that I just do stocks on, and then I've got my other account that I do options on, and
Is that also in Webull, Hamilton?
No, I have E-Trade.
You do?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I've got E-Trade as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like tools that E-Trade?
E-Trade I get. I'm sorry, say again.
Go ahead. You were going to answer.
I was just going to say, yeah, the fills and all the stuff that are on E-Trade are, way better than Webull.
Okay.
But Webull's easier, I think, to day trade on, especially if you're going in and out quick. E-Trade can be a little bit cumbersome, but okay. I think I got it down now where I can get in and out when I need to.
Do you chart in E-Trade or do you chart in Webull? Mostly
I chart. So if I'm using E-Trade, I chart on TradingView.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I do put lines on. I do put some lines on E-Trade, but it's usually like 6 months to a year when I'm getting a bigger view of things. I go out 6 months and kind of just get the general lay of how things are, how the stock's going and stuff. But
I need to get another monitor and get the 2.0 going on it. I don't even have that set up. I haven't looked at TradingView for quite a while, but I don't know why I'm not.
Dude, if I had your money, I'd have
should.
8 monitors.
I got 2, but I want 2 more. And the computer I bought it for, it's set up to run 4 of them. I just need to get the other 2.
Oh, you got like a trading
under
computer?
Scott?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Is it under Scott or
Hamilton, Don's trying to
yeah.
send an email.
Yeah.
okay?
Gilly's got the perfect view right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sitting
thinking.
there holding a beer.
Hey, Edward.
That's a pretty
Hey.
sweet lawn chair too.
Oh,
You know,
shoot.
all-
I gotta drop for a minute, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going here.
But
Hey,
and William, you brought up a good point, asking Hamilton about what platform he uses, and the biggest thing that Coach always teaches is no matter what platform you use, you have to know your mechanics in and out of that platform.
That's
So-
right.
So
Yeah.
whether you're using TD Ameritrade or Schwab now, I guess Thinkorswim, TOS, or E-Trade or Webull or Robinhood or Lightspeed, anything, you just have to know the mechanics getting in and out of trades. If you're going to, especially if you're going to be a scalper, and you don't have those mechanics down pat,
Yeah.
you're going to fail.
I don't like those scalp.
Yeah. So that is a great point.
Oh, good.
David's in the house, Dawn.
Where
Is he here?
He's in the chat.
David.
What's up,
David?
David? Welcome.
David,
Why don't you
I
come up
thought
on the panel, man, if you got a
Know
few minutes?
yourself, David.
Yeah, the link is in the description.
Well, that's where I found it.
It's still there, Don? I think it's still there. Come on
It's
up,
there,
Dave.
Don. It's
Yeah,
there.
it should be in the description, and
Yeah.
it's also in the link in the live chat too. Miranda put it in there.
yeah, Miranda put it up for sure.
Thanks, Miranda.
Oh man. Okay. I got to go through those. But
It was kind of weird actually not being in the open market today because I was doing all that running around. It was like I started
fish
getting
out of water.
this twitch. And I couldn't figure out why. So,
You didn't get your fix, Mark. You didn't have your fix
Yeah.
today.
yeah, I'm really enjoying the pre-market right now. I just
Pre-market is great. I get on when I can. Sometimes it's 4 a.m. Sometimes it's 6. Sometimes it's 7. But anytime I get on, like you guys are talking about something that is relevant, and I think it was Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? It was a slow pre-market day, but even then, it was still fun. Like everyone was still learning and talking to one another, and that's what makes this community so great, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, and you'll see that when things do get slow, Nate will say, "Okay, start asking questions," and Nate will start taking people's questions. I mean, how often do you get to pick a multimillionaire's brain on how he does things?
Right.
I don't know. I've never been anywhere where you could do that.
Especially
Like
when it
this.
comes to reading that L2. I mean, he's become a master, and we've all seen it. For those of us who've been here for a minute, we've watched him develop it. Through his time here, and you're like, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And
Right.
I mean, look at Dawn now. Like Dawn looks at the L2 and she's like, I see it, I got it, I'm on it.
Yeah, I can't do a trade without it.
Right, exactly.
I like Nate's attitude. Like, if I ever get $4 million, I hope I'm just calm, collected, and I think it will.
You will, Bill. You will be. You already like him. You could tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something to look up to, like how to act. It'd be around real adults and stuff like that, just humble and help people, and it's just down to earth and a great guy. And
I think that's one of the reasons I enjoy you on the panel, Gilly, because sometimes I'll be like intense or I've forgotten something or whatever, and you'll just say something that just totally loosens me up, and cracks me up. And it's like, you're like, okay, you know what? I fucked up today. Let's move on.
Yeah, yeah. Take it on the chin and
Very
scoop your
similar
ass.
attitude, very similar, like
It-
aura.
It's
Yeah.
called a
between you and me.
trader's mentality.
Yeah,
You have to have it. If you don't have it, then you're never ever going to be a trader, ever.
absolutely.
You have to either
Yeah,
have it or you have to develop it. One or the
What's
other.
up, future trader? What's up, future trader?
Future
Yeah,
trader.
they
what's
say
up?
they say
Yeah,
if you're
what's up?
a jerk before you had money, you're just a bigger jerk once you get money.
Yes,
Right?
Sure.
You know, money don't change your personality
No,
type, right?
not at
I
all.
really want to find out though.
How
Yeah,
do you
me
guys
too.
make up with
me
that
too,
LP?
right?
And then I'll figure out the rest after that. Give me 4 million, then we'll see where it goes.
Amen, Gilly. Amen.
It makes me more laid back. I remember when Jen and I's business was doing well and money wasn't an issue. I was so laid back. I didn't stress about anything. So I know, because that's the type of person that I am. I don't like stress. Stress kills. So when I have money, I don't go out and buy a bunch of crap and just make things worse and get into debt. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it makes me a lot more laid back. It makes anybody a lot more laid back because they don't have to worry about bills like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I look forward to it too, Gilly.
One day we'll all be there.
Yep.
We're gonna carry each other's
God
ass
willing.
to the finish line.
Yep.
What
Definitely.
you trade today, Ed? Anything?
Yeah, so I was in the I was in Nvidia in and out all day, and then I posted in the chat probably about 3:30ish or so that are we going to see Nvidia do its typical daily dump? And it kind of went against me at first. It started creeping up, and then you saw last 5 minutes it dumped, and I was actually up. So the daily, I would have made about $7,000. I was down like 3,300. I would have been up about 7, but I got I got a call that I had to take, and then when I got off the call, I looked and I saw it was like 4 o'clock, and I tried to quick sell, but it didn't go through. So now I'm bag holding these things going in, these puts going into tomorrow. So we'll see. I mean, aftermarket, it's been up, so we'll see where that ends up. But yeah, I mean, I could have had an outstanding day, but we'll see how that ends up tomorrow. Just because,
You better
again,
have your finger on the button at 9:30.
focus. You have to, especially if you're going to be, a scalper, or not even a scalper. Even if you just need to pay attention. If you're going to be in here all day, you need to pay attention. And I just, that little lapse of 1 minute to take that phone call, it could cost me everything, or it could, extenuate my success. And we'll see what AM brings tomorrow. But I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting to, if I can break even, I'll be happy.
Well, that's been a challenge for me, Edward, is if you can see behind me, there's another monitor, couple monitor. That's my day job desk, right? And so I'm moving from one side of the room to the other, right?
Exactly.
And that's not a recipe for success. And hopefully hopefully none of my colleagues that I work with are on this call, and hopefully they don't see this. Don't record this, right?
And that's the thing. If you're going to be a full-time trader, then you have to be a dedicated full-time trader.
Yeah, right.
It's very hard to go back and forth. And you see, I think half the people here that struggle are people that are trying to balance both.
Yeah.
And you can't, especially if you find yourself, like I found myself, I'm better as a scalper because it makes me make quick decisions and I don't overthink things. I love the 2-minute EWO strategy. It's a great strategy. And when you have the time and the patience to wait it out, it works. Almost every time it works. And off of that 2-minute, and I, Mark, because I commented in the Discord, it's kind of like you can always scalp off of the 2-minute EWO, but you can't combine the 2-minute EWO with a scalp. It's like baking a cake. Like you can't, you can always add icing to a cake once the cake is baked and it's good and you know it's going to make you money, right? But when you try to mix the ingredients of the cake, it doesn't always work out. So
Right.
you have to do one or the other. Now, if you're a 2-minute EWO or if you're a 2-minute EWO player, that's great. And then once you get the fundamentals of that down and you're consistent and you know exactly what you're doing, then based off of that fundamental, you can then scalp. Coach was doing it earlier today with Amazon. If anyone was paying attention, he was
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
right. He had the 2-minute EWO in Amazon, and then he was scalping off of that 2-minute EWO strategy.
Mm-hmm.
That is fine. But if you're trying to combine like where to get in and where to get out, and you're basing where you get in off the 2-minute EWO and then where to get out off the scalp or vice versa, you're going to lose. You're going to lose overall.
Hey Hamilton, can you do me a favor and resend that?
Hey Don, is there any way that
Yes, I
Hamilton can post that in like the VIP or VIP Gold? Or maybe
Yeah,
how about if I put it there? Is that okay?
Yeah, yep. If
The
you put it
reason
there, I
is-
can go ahead and save it and then bring it on the screen as well.
the only reason is I'd love to see it. I've got to go in a little bit. I'm taking my daughter to dinner, and so
Awesome.
I gotta head out.
Yeah, I clicked something on it and I don't know what, I went to trash. It's not there. I don't know what happened, but it
That's all right.
disappeared.
Yeah, I'll post it and you can grab it there. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it was a very simple. It was not a tough one. It was just.
It was really cool. I saw it. It was really awesome.
It was a very simple.
It's real simple.
But it was one that like I had my eye on it because of earnings, and I was already in it with basically I had shares basically, and yeah, so I had my eye on it, and then when it halted up, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in this thing. But it went my last set of options went over 200%.
Oh, nice.
So I had one. My first set was over 100%, and then my second set was over 200%.
Did you say you put it in the VIP lounge?
Yeah, I'll put it in there. I gotta log in. I'm on a different laptop here, so it's gonna take me a second.
Okay.
You know,
and in the meantime, also let's give a shout out to Miranda and Arlo, who are going to be doing the onboarding tomorrow. What were you going to say, Gilly, before I played a commercial?
Ed, you were talking about the strategies, like you know, in doing this a long time, we have the entries. We all know when to enter a trade, and you know, you have the entries, you have the mechanics down. That leaves one thing, is the exit. You know, and that is and everybody that's lost money will tell you that I didn't get out at the right time. The exit is the hardest damn part of anything, shares, options, especially options. But like an exit strategy is a bastard, you know, and everybody will tell you that's lost a lot of money, especially, you know, I didn't get out, you know, I did not rip that Band-Aid off. I do it every day.
We've all done it. We've all done it, Gilly. We've all done
exit strategy is like, there's no, you know, magic, you know, I don't know. There's no cheat code for an exit strategy. And that is, I think that's the hardest part. We have the entries, we have the mechanics, we have the know-how, we have.
But you know what it is, Gilly? It is an exit strategy. It's shedding. Coach has given us the shedding strategy, which
that's one way. Yes.
Yeah.
Not only that,
but to do that.
But Dawn, like even you said, like you a couple months ago realized, like, look, I'm trying to adhere to this 2-minute EWO strategy, but what I found was I'm a scalper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same way as you, like because scalping makes you make quick decisions. You're in, you're out. You don't overthink it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 2-minute EWO, when I get into a 2-minute EWO, I have a tendency to hold on too long. Like even even breaking the rules where, like, if I'm in a call and it breaks VWAP to the downside, I'm like, well, you know what? The 2-minute EWO still says it's like, it could come back. And then you stay in it a little bit too long, a little bit longer than you would if you were a scalper. Because if you were a scalper, as soon as it crossed that level, you'd be like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm cutting my losses and I'm moving on to the next play.
Or the market's still going up and you're
right.
Dude,
So
come on, it's even more so than ripping off the Band-Aid. 540? Why didn't I take that shit? Get out.
Yes, exactly. That's why you need to
$1 million in one trade.
The most important thing you need to discover.
And Coach, I know you're going to beat my ass tomorrow.
No.
I know.
He's going to beat all of our asses tomorrow. But the first thing you need to come to grips with is what type of trader you are. Yeah. Are you a swing trader? Are you a scalper? Are you a 2-minute EWO player? And develop that skill. And listen, if we could all develop the skill to become a 2-minute EWO player and have that patience to sit it out and wait it out and have the conviction in what we're doing, that is the absolute best thing for all of us. Because again, like I said, and Coach said earlier today, you can scalp off of a 2-minute EWO. You can't do a 2-minute EWO off of a scalp. So, it's...
Right. You have to find a channel, right, I guess?
Yeah.
Hey, Don, before you go to commercial, Mark, did you have a question you wanted to ask?
No, I just say, you see how I torment Nate, because Nate's a scalper, in and out. I mean, he scalps on wicks, right? He's got that long wick on the top.
He's got it every wick.
Right. And he'll get it in the next candle or the one after that, depending on what's going on. In and out.
I heard that the other day, last Saturday.
And I'm always busting his chops. I'm like, Nate, the indicators doesn't say to get out. Why are you getting out? And I already know the answer to the question. I just do it to jerk his chain, right? That I have to write it because I don't have the account sides where I can go in and out, in and out, in and out, right? So I'm holding on longer and being patient. I'm almost playing like a scalpy EWO, right? Kind of. I'm watching the indicators, reading the candles, and I'm staying in longer. I'm learning more now to watch them wicks. And that's what I didn't do today. I seen the wick and I didn't get out, and I gave back my profits, right? Just like Dawn. Wasn't as significant as hers, but it was still, I gave it back. I gave away back free money, right? Yeah. So I didn't lose, but I gave back.
Hey, Dawn.
So you do have to use it sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Dawn, you were showing something. Was that Hamilton?
Yeah, so that's Hamilton's. I didn't want to be rude while Mark was talking. So here's your thing, Hamilton, if you want to explain what was happening here.
I don't think he's in here, but this had good earnings, so it had news.
Oh, here he is,
pushing it up.
Yeah, I think he came back, didn't he?
All right, Hamilton, I got you.
Gotcha. Sorry, I keep getting a phone call and then this drops. Can you hear me?
Soriano.
Yep.
Oh, he's here.
Okay. Yeah, I keep getting a phone call and I get dropped.
I keep putting mine on airplane mode so that don't happen, because that happens to me too.
That's a good idea. Maybe I should try that.
Do not disturb, I think.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, but no, if you got it up, yeah, it's up there. So I pretty much marked everything that I got there. So I was already in a trade at the open from the earnings. And then what was that? 4 minutes in, it halted on that second candle, maybe 3 minutes in, whatever that was. That yellow line there, that's when it halted. And then I got in, what was that, 1, 2, 3 candles later?
Mm-hmm.
And there's my buy at, I can't see it on here, but 286, 2-something-6.
It was 206.
206, all right. And then my first sell was like right when it got up to that top.
At 510.
That was like 100. That was like 100%. So I shaved half, and then from there it's a free trade, right? So it dipped down that one time. I got rid of one there, and then it went down into it tapped VWAP, and I got rid of my other one. So I shaved those, and then I bought back in off of VWAP. And then
that's different. Do you have your EWO on the top of the chart? I like that. That's different.
Yeah, I just put it up. Yeah. I was trying both of them, but I have the volume on the bottom. I actually have the volume kind of minimized here on this screenshot, but
Everything
so I
you
put the
did,
volume on the bottom and the EWO on the top.
everything you did was textbook. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
God,
mean,
I
that's
know.
what I say. That's why I had to send it to David, because it was just like, dude, this is like, a perfect EWO trade right here.
Good for you.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Good deal.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's
And
a
then
good lesson
so
right
then
there.
yeah, and then I, like I said, I just kind of shaved on the way up. It went up, it came down a couple. I shaved one off there, kept on going, went into the cloud, shaved another one there, kept on going, and then you see where I said, still holding is like, even though it was way down in the EWO, the 2155, I was like still holding, and I even put it was up 222% at that point at that white line, and it was almost 90, 89 delta. So I'm
So,
like,
Hamilton, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
How do you know what the delta was at this late of the juncture? I mean, I when I buy a contract, I
Yeah.
clearly can see what the delta is. But in Webull, no, you weren't. You weren't in Webull.
I was on E-Trade with this one. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, and I bet there's a way to see it. Well, yeah, you can go into your options and look at the strike that you have. Look at the option contract that you have in the
In the options chain.
In the options chain, it'll tell you what the delta is at that time. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
On your still holding up to 22%. I'm assuming you were in the money there.
Oh God, well, yeah, wait.
So 222 was at the peak, and then the flatness probably chopped it up a little bit.
It was actually, the peak was before that. At that, if you look before that, it was probably up 250 to 240 maybe.
Yeah, the 145.
82.74 was the peak, right?
Yeah. So whatever, I didn't mark what the percentage was there, but when it dipped down, almost to the 55, I was like, okay, do I get rid of it? And then I checked it, like it's up 222%. It's still got an almost 90 delta. And I was like, no, I'm just going to hold it till the end. And it just kind of went sideways. And then I think when I got rid of it, it was still around, it was almost 200%. So
nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's textbook.
It is. It
really is.
Yeah.
And it's news, he did his homework before this. I mean, these earnings plays, you guys are digging in deep on these, and he did his homework.
This is also why we have to push this out to people who aren't here in the aftermarket, because this is the type of learning that they can gain for free here by people who are paid members.
You did your homework on the stock, but what's awesome is you followed Coach's rules, his strategy, like
to the T.
This was probably the
awesome,
perfect, the one trade that I've executed perfectly.
I'd print that off, date it, and hang it on the wall.
Yeah,
it's a textbook example.
Blow it up.
Yeah.
Do this every day, every trade.
Yeah,
that's right.
Put it up in your bathroom.
Because now you need is consistency with it. If you do that the same way every single time, dude, you're golden.
And that's the thing. Like you don't even. It doesn't have to be every day, but once you see the setup and once you identify the setup, that's when you go after it, and that's when you do exactly what you need to do.
Tomorrow will be completely different, but
not every day is going to be a good day.
I mean, look at that green in the EWO. I mean, that was the easiest one anybody could have made money on that one.
You were watching your trading view the whole time, or?
Yeah, I had it up. Once it got up so high, I was taking calls for work and I was doing other stuff and just like glancing over at it, but yeah, it was a no-brainer at that point.
Good job.
You were heading in. I mean, I like that part too. One thing to shed and all this stuff, but the trading view indicator told you to stay in, and you even added more. I got to get that set up.
Hey guys, I got to go. Thank you, Don, for letting me join today. I appreciate it. I'll see everyone very, very soon. I'll hear you tomorrow.
Have a good time with your daughter.
Yeah, William, have a great dinner with your daughter.
Have a good dinner, man.
Now, I can only figure out how to leave this.
I can actually put you out.
I can send you to the waiting room.
All right, Don. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Give him the boot.
Oh my goodness, that's too
All right, I
funny.
figured it out. Bye bye, everyone.
All right,
See ya.
Henry, have a good dinner.
Victoriano.
Victoriano.
Buddy?
How are
Hold
you,
that hat.
How you
Victoriano?
doing? How's everybody doing? How's your trade today?
Good.
It was good.
I was done by 5:20 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I only had $50 a set of funds, and I saw one single share. Forgot the name right now because I just came from rehab. But I was buying 7 to 10 stock shares at a time. And then we went up and down, just kept buying the same thing. 5:20, done. Took a nap for a change.
And how much did you
Came
make?
back took about $20, $27
Boom.
something. But
That's
that was a good percentage. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
what
that's
was
$27 off at 50. That's
What was your percentage?
yeah.
yeah,
You said you went into
About
50.
40,
Yeah, 50%.
40 some percent, right?
Mhm.
Or no,
correct.
no more than that, right?
And
More,
then I
it's like
came
more
back.
like 55% or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But then I came back, and I saw that I had buying power, but I can only use that for options, not for shares, right? So me wondering, I'm a Neo, I like Neo and all that, and I know that we got 6 days for earnings for Neo. So knowing that and knowing all bunch of news I've been listening to, I went to see how much is a contract. It was 16 cents. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna get 2. But then how am I gonna share it? I'm only gonna share only 1. But I'm gonna get 3. And I said, no, well, hold on. I'm gonna get 5 so I can share it multiple times.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, no, I'm gonna fall in the same trap again. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do 4 and content. I'm not gonna abuse my innocent. Anyhow, I got only 4, and right now I'm up 40 something percent.
All right.
Check another.
Very
Good
good.
job. Way to go.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I heard? I heard you can't
Victoriano's
make money
getting it.
in stocks. I heard you can't make money in just stocks. Lie, right? We do it.
Right.
We're doing it. I'm doing it more now. So I'd have to look. I don't even know what.
I need
Love stocks. Yeah, yeah.
I need a break from options, and shares they're just fine.
Well, especially in the pre-market.
You guys didn't get that joke? Love stocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did after you just said it.
I just
I
got it.
wasn't even thinking about it.
Look, blame it on the wedding singer. I just watched it the other day again. So.
No, it was funny. It wasn't. I missed it until you just said it, Dawn. So thank you.
Shout out to Marlo. If you're brand new, make sure you're there at the onboarding session tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. They will walk you through where to get started with your ADT career. Marlo and Miranda. Arlo and Miranda. We call them Marlo.
No, and it will help you. It will definitely help you because now,
A lot of good information.
listen, in the beginning, it was easy to navigate this stuff, but now there's so many different things that you can get into. So yeah, it will definitely benefit you to be a part of that.
Does anybody want to do a trade? Mark, you still want to do that?
Yeah, can you give me about 5 minutes or 10 minutes? I gotta.
Mark, you got 2 minutes. Go.
I got. Well, I'll let my wife come down and let's discuss.
I'm
that with
kidding.
you. I got to step away and do something.
That's the military in me. I'm like, you got 2 minutes. Go.
Honeydew.
Honeydew. Well, her computer works, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hopefully. I was just
All right.
looking. I've since the 6th of this month, roughly 40% of my trades have been stock. So I've really upped my just buying stock. Stock only versus I'm still doing calls. The last call I did was on the 23rd. Actually, no. What did I do?
You're getting that L2 down, aren't you, Mark?
In the pre-market.
I listen to you all morning. You're doing great.
Yeah. I still struggle.
I stare at it. I still can't get it.
Yeah, I still struggle a little bit in the open market when things are zipping by a lot faster. I've learned to just kind of blur the chart and just see where the bigger numbers are at, kind of thing. So
it's like you and Nate are partners there. You're buddy.
Well, everybody helps everybody, right? There's always somebody scanning for stock, somebody doing a call out. There's, somebody has the news, somebody,
Yeah, everybody does. Yeah.
A lot of times, there's only one person in the trade and we're rooting them on, right? So,
Mark, what I love about what you do is you call people out and you're like, you don't just let them like say anything. You're like, well, why? Why do you see that?
He makes you think.
Right. Like, why? Like, where's this next level? Like, where's this next level? And you know what their answer is going to be, and you have an answer ready for them. Right. And even with and Nate is the same. It's like, well, why is this next level important?
I did that to Danny to smack him around this morning. Like, wow, why do you?
I was there.
That?
I heard. I was there. That's why that's what brought it. That's why it came to mind.
Who was that person this morning that was really doing bad and Nate really gave him a good talk? The guy lost a lot of money and Nate's like, what are you doing wrong? You got to find out what you're doing wrong.
Freddie
that was early in the morning.
Freddie. He was sharing his experience. That
was very good of Nate.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, but that's why, like, we're family. We got to give each other a kick in the ass every once in a while, right?
Just listening to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel bad because Freddie just sold his truck. So he's putting his all into this. He has retired and he is putting his all into this. So, and this just happened, just like a week or two ago. So it's important for him to make this work and for him to start losing. We definitely want to kind of grab him now before that gets to be a big problem and try to help him out. So Nate had to give him a little tough love.
It's happened to every one of us. Like, holy shit!
Yep, absolutely.
Get really fast.
That's the truth.
Yes.
And the more money you have, the more money you probably lost to learn that lesson too. It's a pain in the ass. But I'm glad he spoke up. Otherwise, he would have just been,
suffering in silence. And then who knows? He might have gone back to driving his truck and said, "I can't do this shit." You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you have to go back to a job you just left, leaving the best gig on the planet, and having to go back.
Well, just having a steady paycheck, just having a steady source of income, and then you're just like, okay, well, I don't know what this is going to lead to, but hopefully it leads to something better.
And as Fred, he's put 1 million miles on a truck. Well, he's at mile 10 right now in the stock.
Right.
So it's tough.
Oh, he's a real truck driver.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot.
He sold his company to trade full time, and it's
We have quite a lot of truckers in this group.
If you want to make a living at it, now your expenses are coming out of your trading account. That changes everything.
100%.
So if you're not kicking
probably 200% because you don't have any income except for what you're making. So
there's pressures to it. No one said this stuff's easy. If they did, they are full of shit.
Because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
And you have to get into it with the right mindset. If you're not in the right mindset, when you start, you're going to get scared out easy, and then you're going to go back to doing what you were doing.
Yeah,
that sucks. Going back to the old job. Oh man,
no.
Just
listen, who? If you can work for, why would anyone want to make money for other people when you can make money for yourself and your own family?
Yeah, and he had his own truck too. So I mean, he was working for
Oh
himself.
yeah, true. Yep,
But
it was his company, it was his business, his truck. Yeah.
that leap's hard, man. And then now the pressure's on. So, and he's adding money to his account. And I heard that, like, dude, just stop trading. It's hard, very hard.
Well, we've got some wild after hours tickers. Cool. You guys watching that? COOL, and there's another one, Real, REAL. That's also in the top gainers. I'm like, those are awesome names.
You guys ever use Webull paper trading for early in the morning stocks? You ever try that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Yeah, I have a hard time sometimes with my fills and exits on the paper trading side. Because yeah, I mean, I got Thinkorswim down. Like, I love Thinkorswim.
Oh, so you use Webull or Thinkorswim?
I'm changing over to Webull. So
Okay.
Nate says get your mechanics down first.
Right.
So I switched over to the paper trade, and I got money in the account to trade, but I got to learn their
first
mechanics versus Thinkorswim. To me, is like walking down the street now. I love it, but everybody's on Webull. I want to switch over to Webull, and you also can trade at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is unbelievable.
Right. Whereas Thinkorswim,
I got like this morning I was in there at 4 o'clock, and I made a couple hundred. But that was not real money. That was on the paper trading.
Paper money. Right.
But the thing is, it's like I can't. It's not getting in and out like I hear you guys. I mean, when you guys are trading, it's just like bam, bam, you're in and out.
So
it's like if there's a delay.
It's not so much in and out, but like so in pre-market especially, first of all, there are no stops. There's no market sells,
right.
market
I'm
buys.
using the limits.
Right. So you use your limits, and it all depends on it. That really depends on what platform you're using.
That's the Webull.
So in Webull, usually depending on what that pre-market runner is, I will set my, usually according to Nate or Mark McSee.
Yeah.
I will set my buy-in limit. I will set the the price that I'm going to buy in, and then I'll set a price where I'm going to sell out. And when you do that, it triggers when you do a limit sell, it'll trigger above, and then you can move that limit sell up. But if you can't do like a stop, so if you set that limit sell below, it's going to sell right away.
I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to set that limit sell above the price that you paid for it eventually.
And the other thing you want to do is set up your turbo trader.
Right.
Get that set up.
You do have that
sell,
set.
Yes.
Limit
Figure the mechanics.
Yeah.
And you hear
limit sell last price. That's
yes.
the quickest way to get in and out.
Future trader, you hear about people like in and out, like, man, that's great, but it's not always that way. Like if you're buying in at mid and then you go to sell at mid, well, if the stock's moving without you, now you're modifying the order. You're back to mid. You're modified. You're back to mid. You're modified.
Yeah.
Modify. You don't hear about that part.
And also again, if you listen to Coach, it's like you have to have the proper position size. Like if you're going into a low float stock pre-market and you're buying in for 5,000 shares or 10,000 shares, and it can't support that amount of volume at that time, it's going to take forever to buy in or sell out of that. So you have to have the proper position size as well.
Yeah, you got to do what you have to look at the average order size.
Exactly.
Get it out right.
Good.
Set it for sell last price.
Mark, you guys like to have a sell limit already in place, right? And then drag it down.
Yes.
I quit doing that. I'm using the turbo trader like Nate does, and I just have limit buy at last price, so you get it whatever it is, and I have a limit sell, and it sells whatever it is at that when you click the button. It's like a market. It's like I'm selling a market, essentially, is what it is.
And if it doesn't get out, you got to modify that last
right.
price.
No, I was when I waited in the weeds, which I haven't been doing as much. Because I'm jumping in. I'm essentially doing sort of like Nate, but I'm still doing it. I'm holding longer, right? I'm holding through the ups and downs where Nate jumps in as soon as it pulls back at all, right? But I still have mine set to sell, limit sell, -1 cent, right? So it sells it whatever it is as soon as you click that button. And it's a lot quicker. It really is. Turbo
So
Trader is the way to go.
for me, for what it's worth, what I do pre-market is like I listen to like where Nate's buying in or where Mark McCee's buying in, and I'll set my buy-in there, and if it picks me up, great. And then from there, depending on the L2, which I've learned again, which I've learned again from like Nate and Mark McCee and everybody here. I'll set a sell limit and I'll put that in place right away. And if it looks like it's going to deviate from that, I'll lower it or raise it depending on where it's
Are
going.
you doing the bid or the ask?
It depends on what. Usually, for me, it depends on what Nate's looking at. If he's looking at a, because he'll tell you first right off the bat. You know, sometimes he looks at the bid side, sometimes he looks at the sell side. So
I'm still learning that.
Generally, you're going to sell on the red on the ask.
Right. So
where the wall's at.
That's where I set my limit sell to, and then again, if it looks like if it's a real runner, like we've had the last couple of days, I'll move that up a little bit and hope that it catches. I hope that it goes up. If not, I'll move it back to my original, and when it comes back up to there, it sells, and I still made a little bit of a profit. Whether it's $20, $30, listen, if you can go into the trading day plus 50, 60, $100, for me, I'm all about it.
Yeah, that's how I was doing it. As soon as you buy it, you do a limit sell right away, and it puts the box up, and you can slide it up and down as to decide when to take your profit. But I quit doing that here. I've been doing more just remind us in the morning, Future Trader. We'll help. I'll share my screen and show you how
All
it's
right,
set
great.
up.
Yeah, that'd be a great help.
And again, if you can,
we'll show you both ways.
Again, if you can have the ability to be sitting in front of your computer that whole time, then it's great. But if you're going to be away for any little bit, then
you can't do that.
What I do is I go to work and I go there before 4 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll wait for these guys to start talking.
Yeah. Just give a holler when you're in, and we'll walk you through that real quick.
All right, I appreciate it.
We'll get you set up.
Yes, sir.
We do it all the time. So
all right,
we get new people coming in there. How you set that up, right? So
okay, that's awesome.
Great community.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
The best, the absolute best.
What's that?
Are you in the morning too?
You know, I've actually been able to sleep in for like the last week, and I am for a year. I couldn't wait for 3 a.m.
Billy, don't you know this is Team No Sleep right here?
Forever. I couldn't wait, man. I couldn't wait to get up at 3 a.m. and people think I'm nuts. But no, it's just, I don't know. I'm got a little numb to it, but I've kind of enjoying sleeping in. And sleeping in is like I get up at 7 Central. That is absolutely sleeping in for me. And I've actually enjoyed it for the last week and a half. So I'm cheating on the group, but I needed it, and it's been nice.
Sometimes your body lets you know it's got to catch up. You know what I mean?
Mark, are you waving by? Are you leaving us?
They already know
waving at Ed's daughter.
They already know who you are. Say hello.
Hi.
No.
Say hi.
I can't wait.
Say hi, ABT family. Say it.
Hey, what's going on, honey?
Say hi. Hi, ABT family.
Is Daddy a goofball?
Stop. No. Put that back.
Sissy, come here.
Yeah, we're not going to go through this 20 minutes again like we did last time.
I know.
Like you are right now.
Just say hi. Say hi. Okay, bye. Get out of here. No, get out of here. Beat it.
Bye.
Beat it.
Right there.
Stop. Or else I'm gonna get off. I'll get off.
No.
All right. Then say hi.
No.
All right. You want these?
No. I don't want them.
Well, then say hi.
I don't like them.
Why?
Say hi in here.
Bye.
Say hi in there.
Bye.
Bye.
Say hi. Listen.
Why?
You can listen to what everyone's saying to you.
He's listening to Dawn.
All right. Then get it. Then Get bye. Beat it. Get out of here.
We
Oh
can
my
She
do a
might
trade
goodness.
whenever you're ready.
she might want to, huh? I got one pulled up too.
She's
You
a
have one
daddy's
ready?
girl. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
everyone.
I'm ready whenever
Okay,
you are.
cool.
You never have
Okay.
to apologize for that.
I am ready.
Precious.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, Ed.
Thanks, Don.
So I got
She's
my
a pain in the ass, though.
Just wait. Give it 10 years. It'll get-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Go. I'll be down.
all right.
I'll be
You
down.
I
ready,
in a
got
Mark?
second.
my ready whenever you are, Don.
Yep.
I'm gonna get off this monitor here.
Okay.
She said it's dinner time, Ed. Come eat.
She did. She's letting me know.
That is awesome. Do a little simulated trading up here. Mark, you there?
I hear you, Dawn.
Okay.
Maybe Mark's not there.
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
In case no one noticed, I'm a girl dad. So
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
2, 9 and
She's a
4.
daddy's girl.
Mine are
Yeah.
16 and 18. And it was hard as hell all the time.
Absolutely. But worth it. Worth it.
No, wait till a boy comes to your house.
Well, I already have it set up. I'm going to be cleaning my guns.
I was texting my friend back and forth, like, I'm going to run a steel
Billy's
on
getting you
my
prepared.
knife. Like, I haven't sharpened all my steak knives for a long time. I'm just going to go ahead and run a steel on all these. I wonder what they're doing in there. Here,
So
feel how
good.
sharp this knife is.
All right. Can you hear me?
Here we go. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Go,
All
sir,
right.
we can.
All right. So this just happens to be Apple again. Real quick. This is in the pre-market. This is 9:30. This is 10 o'clock for those that wait to 10. This third line is lunchtime, and this one is at post lunch at 1 o'clock. And then, of course, the very last one would be end of market. All right, you ready? You're gonna have to tell me when to stop. I won't talk this time, right? Unless you want me to. I'm still you, all right? But
Okay.
if you don't explain why you want to do it, I will ask probably. I can't shut my mouth. It's hard. I'm trying.
What? Oh, you're
Here we
good.
go.
What's the
Here we
2
go.
line? Is it opening
This is-
bell and
This is
10 o'clock?
opening bell. This is 10 o'clock. Second one's 10 o'clock. All right, so here's a preview of that pre-market before it gets to the first line. Just kind of get a feel for where your indicators are at. What's the stock doing at the time? Can you see it all right?
Actually, I can't.
Is it blurry again today or not?
It's a little
Yeah.
blurry.
Blurry,
It's
but
a
we
little blurry.
know what's going on.
I don't know.
The candles kind of blend into the colors a little bit for me.
All right, well, I
Maybe
can
can
turn.
you like, you know how you squeeze it up and then bring it in?
It's blurry and laggy.
I don't know why is it blurry. I don't understand.
Maggie, I can see. It's just a little bit blurry.
Hang on a minute, because it wasn't before, was it? It's just the last 2 days. Let me check my settings here, see if there's something that I can change. It's let me go full def. All right, here we go. Let's try this.
Something's cutting it down.
Is that better visually?
Yeah,
It
actually,
is.
that
Yeah,
is a little
yep,
bit better.
that's a
Yeah.
little bit
It
better.
looks really good.
All right, I put it on high def instead of. All right, so we're approaching the market open here. What's the stock doing versus the indicators, right?
Yeah, I'll be down.
me pause this for a minute. Let me reduce this coloring in the background red. Let me tone the reds down a little bit.
Sorry about screaming in everybody's ear.
I'm in the wrong menu here, I think. Tone this red down a little bit. A little bit better. There we go. How's that? Yeah, it's a little bit too much. A little bit easier on the eyes. I don't know. We'll try it. All right, here we go again. Sorry. Okay, market open. EWO bars.
These 2.0 indicators are ridiculous.
You want to do anything with this or not? Buying? No? Okay.
Hell of a red candle there.
Look at that.
That's another hell of a red candle there.
But look where it ends.
Right on the 55.
Uh-huh.
Is the green line the 200? Or is that VWAP?
Yeah. This is the MA200. This is VWAP here. And this is a 9.
Okay. I'd say buy around that 200. I don't know.
Look at that green candle. And you got a almost half red back, half candle back.
I meant to say the 55.
Yeah.
Stop okay right here below the support line. You want it down further?
Well, you shed maybe.
Well, we're just getting in.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're in the trade on a call.
Everybody in the chat is saying we're looking at a frozen screen.
I see it moving.
We're doing a play-by-play.
Yeah, I see it moving.
You're in these. It's dropping. What are you doing? Anything?
No, I until it dropped out of that channel, I'd probably hold on for now. If I'm in a 2-minute EWO, I'm holding. Hasn't dropped out of the channel.
You're in a red EWO now, though.
You're still in a call, by the way. VWAP. Still holding on to this losing trade?
Look at that one. No.
How was this Dealey?
Well, the crazy thing is this is Apple too, and Apple's supposed to be one of those ones that moves slowly.
Yeah. And look at it go, it's chaos.
Like imagine if that was Nvidia or Tesla, like that would have been like a $10-$20 drop right there.
Yeah, that's negative % on your calls.
100%.
We are playing a game here. You got to tell me when to buy and when to sell. You got to tell me when to buy and when to sell. All right.
Well, I would have sold as soon as I saw that big red candle.
Well, you got to shout it out.
but
You're not it.
it'll it'll probably come back a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm unless
Not
you
in
have
any,
unless
you're
you have
not in
steel
anything.
unless you have steel ones, you're ready to you're riding this one out.
You're not in any trade yet. Now,
All right, it's
not
at the
going to take
bottom of
any
it.
money.
It's at the bottom of the channel now. That's support. Calls on support, puts on resistance.
Buying or not?
Not yet.
Okay.
And Mark, just the way you said, okay, I knew it was going to shoot over there. Drop back.
Just a hell of a lot of money on that put, didn't you?
I did, yes, 100%. Wow.
Woo!
Could have bought a yacht on this put.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, what are you doing now? Anything?
If you're in what, a call or a put? Well,
That's for you to decide. I don't buy out until you tell me to.
So people in the chat, you can't see any of this?
Right here, I'm waiting. I buy a call right now, but
All right.
then it's gonna dip right back down on me.
Where you want your stop loss
Just
at?
because it's in mid channel. VWAP. We're already actually no, I wouldn't, because we're well below VWAP. So I wouldn't even contemplate a call.
What
right
did you
now.
have down here though? What do you do at support?
I mean, if we're playing channels, yeah, I might play channels, but yeah, it wouldn't be a 2-minute EWO. Well, it wouldn't be anything long term. It would be a scalp. So if I was scalping right here when it hit support, I'd call up to that. What is that? That next level up. I'd buy a call to. I can't see what that is. It's a little too small on my screen. To that.
Yeah, it's not moving. It's not moving on YouTube for some reason. It is froze.
I mean, I see it moving on my channel.
Yeah,
And
that's
people
we're
are
using
writing in the chat.
And there it
it's
goes.
It's not moving at all. It's clear back here right
Nope,
now.
there it goes. It's down. See? And that's where I've got like done. And then
What are you
it's gonna
doing?
come back.
We've been in it for 3 hours and haven't made a play yet. Not buying? Nobody's buying? Okay.
I'm buying on that what's that red line? What's that red line you got, Mark? Mark there, Mark. This red line down here is where I would have my my intro, my entry point. But it's gonna go. See there you go, and
You're down the green EWO.
look at this.
You're not buying still? Okay.
Well, it broke the channel, so you have to buy.
Well, I can't until you tell me to. Here we go. You got 5 in there.
All right.
What are you doing now?
Got to
You're
do
already.
puts. Got to do puts right there.
Well, you just lost money on that trade because here's where you got in it. You said to buy, I bought it. Now you've lost all your money, so you want to sell now, right? Get out of that. What do you want? Puts?
You got it. You had to do puts like 2 minutes ago.
Well, right. Like I said, you're the buyer,
Yeah.
not me.
No. Yeah, I got you. I got you. And then, yeah. So once it gets down to this, I can't see that's what I'm saying. My screen's too small. Like I can't see what these levels are, what actual numbers they are. See, and now it's coming back up. It might bounce off of that, come back down a little bit, or shoot straight through it, whatever. So whatever this level is right there, I can't see what it is. 2 or 1. Yeah, my screen's too small. I can't see. I can't zoom in close enough to see what that is. Hold on. Yeah, see, and I already missed it. This one, I still can't see it. It's too blurry in my screen. But whatever that line is, right where it touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, I would have, once it hit there again, I would have got out of that.
That's not feeding on YouTube for some reason anyway. I just canceled it.
Yeah, but so. I can't see what the actual price is, but yeah, that's where I would have been done with it. But again, and that's usually why, like that shows, are you a scalper or are you a 2-minute EWO player? You need to make quick decisions, get in and get out in 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes tops, and you're in, you're out, you're done, and then move on to the next.
I can't believe a group of adults just had an emoji war in the chat. That was fun. No one could see a damn thing, so I was trying to keep them entertained. We had an emoji war.
Yeah, I don't know. Technical difficulties for some reason. I was watching it on my laptop over here, and it wasn't moving for some reason. But yeah, I could see it here moving and that moving.
Yeah, no, it was moving fine on my screen.
Don, you're muted.
I was saying at one point it did catch up. So yeah. All right. Well, you want to call it? Let's call it, guys. I'm gonna go grab some dinner and let you guys get on with your families. I appreciate everybody for being here.
Hey,
my sweetheart, love you, Daddy, forever.
Hey.
Hi,
See you
Paul.
guys tomorrow. Be sure
right.
and check on Instacart. Tomorrow
Paul
may be a good day.
Paul came in. Hi, Paul. So everybody say hi, Paul.
Mark, Dawn, everybody, see you guys early AS AM tomorrow.
All right, will do.
She doesn't want you guys. She doesn't want you to go.
All right, bye.
All right,
Yeah,
see you guys.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Shout out to everybody down in the chat. I will see you guys that come in the pre-market tomorrow morning, 4 a.m.
Peace.